We'll start with the CAG, which has criticized the Defense Ministry, the Navy, for mismanaging the acquisition of the Russian aircraft carrier Admiral Gorshkov, now rechristened as INS Vikramaditya. According to the CAG report, the objective of inducting the aircraft carrier in time to fill the gap in Indian Navy has not been achieved. The cost of acquisition is now almost doubled to 7,207 crore, and at best the Navy would now be acquiring a second-hand ship by paying significantly more than what it would have for the new ship. Buying a new aircraft carrier instead of a used one damaged by fire has been financially a wrong decision. The ship delivery has been now delayed by almost 52 months. So that's the top story on Times Now, on how Admiral Gorshkov was purchased, but in the process has been delayed, which has resulted in the expenses also going higher. It will now cost as much as 7,207 crore. At best, the Navy would be acquiring a second-hand ship by paying significantly more than what it would have for a new ship. And well, the A.K. Avasthi, the additional deputy of the CAG or the CAG, is now addressing the media, and let's cut across live.
Has half the lifespan and is 60% more expensive than a new one. Government is now likely to pay US dollar 1.82 billion for the carrier as against the original contract amount of US dollar 875 million. The most substantial increase is on account of sea trials, which were originally contracted for US dollar 27 million. This is increased by almost 20 times, creating doubts about the diligence exercised while estimating and negotiating costs. Given the expected force level of Indian Navy by the time the aircraft carrier is inducted, it is not clear as to how the Navy would provide adequate complement battle group to the carrier. Monitoring and supervision was surprisingly lax, with no committee adhering to the frequency prescribed. As a result, the enormity of the...
Well, so you can see how the CAG or the Comptroller and the Auditor General has slammed the government, the Navy, over Admiral Gorshkov deal, saying that the objective of inducting an aircraft carrier to boost India's security is just not being addressed given the delay in delivery. Now, there are reports, remember Times Now is the first one to report that the CAG in its report has come down heavily on the deal to buy the damaged aircraft called Admiral Gorshkov, rechristened as Vikramaditya, as the Navy would end up paying almost double the amount for the new ship, which is about 7,207 crore rupees. In fact, in this report, they've also pointed out that the Navy would be acquiring an old ship with a limited lifespan that could only last to about 2012, 2013. They've also pointed out a very important point, that it's not just the amount. The anti-missile system are past their best, their peak, and their refit will only happen between 2013 and 2017. And therefore, the ship could also now become more vulnerable to further missile attacks. We'll be on the top of that story and tell you how this could be one huge mistake committed by the Navy. Moving on, and now let's